Hello, both of you. Nice to see you again. We have had a workshop, I think 2, 3 weeks ago,
Yes.
and we would like to talk a little bit about it. And maybe we start with Thorsten. So maybe Thorsten, what is your role? What product we talk about?
Yes. Yes. Hello, Kurt. Hello, Felix. Yes, we had a nice workshop, and the context was the marvelous Agile Hive product. And you perhaps know I'm a SAFe fellow and have much experience in implementing safe environments. And last year, I got the chance to be the business owner for the Agile Hive team at Seibert.Group. And
Oh, great.
and it is quite an interesting situation because we have two versions of the tool, of the software tool, because it is implemented in the Atlassian environment. And now we are forced to migrate from the data center environment to the cloud environment. And therefore, we are now developing two different versions and have to define strategies and customers and prices for those two versions.
Yeah. And you are thinking very much about the technology and all the issues, how to make it compatible, right? So it's more the technical point of view you have had the last time or months or year even. And now we are coming up with another question to say, okay, what is the difference in pricing? Is it the same or is it totally different, right?
Yes, and we have had many discussions about pricing,
I see.
and I missed really a structure how these discussions could be moderated and what could be criteria to come to decisions about pricing and not only opinions.
I see. And now maybe we can ask Felix a little bit to share some slides. What was the idea of the so-called, what was it, profit stream workshop? Or you can say it better, maybe.
So actually, we had a lot of topics to discuss. Be it technical topics or not, but at its core, business needs to make a profit because else, on the long run, the business will die. So you need to have a clear understanding how to make a profit out of the products you are providing to your customers and to the market. So we actually were talking about things like, okay, who are the different customers, market segments, and so on, which solution addresses which market segment, things like a value exchange, and what's the return on invest, not just for Seibert.Group as provider of a solution, but also for the customer receiving the solution. And then at its core, we, of course, need to create more clarity about around pricing approaches. And as Thorsten mentioned, Agile Hive is operating in the Atlassian ecosystem. And this was posing some specific challenges to this discussion because you are not that free to decide how your value exchange, for example, is looking in this context. And so we had a lot of very interesting decisions. And we used the profit streams concept to have a structured conversation on it, like exactly talking about these different things. And actually, if you are really interested in it, there's a whole book, a whole movement on this concept. So this is Software Profit Streams by Jason and Luke, and it's a nice, well-written book. And at its core, there's a so-called profit stream canvas consisting out of these different elements, and you can put details into it. And there are different workshop formats to talk about different aspects. And in the one we just had with Thorsten around and his team, we were focusing on the pricing topics.
Yeah. So, and that was really interesting, Kurt and Felix, because you have to know the older version of our product has been the data center version. And And we know that for this tool, there is a high value for our customers and they are paying high prices. And then with the cloud strategy of Atlassian, we were forced to implement a new technology stack and a new product. And when I started in my role last year, it was only a part of the functionality in the cloud version. So we could not make the same price for it. We had to make an orientation to the competitors for similar tools. And in the cloud environment, there were much lower prices for such tools. And this meant that if customers now wanted to buy both versions because they wanted to be migratable, they had to pay very different prices. And now the workshop showed us that how we could move in our pricing strategy from this competition-based strategy to the value-based strategy and give a promise to the customer that now is nearly the same value in the new cloud version as it has been in the old version. And this opened us the eyes in the argumentation with our customers.
Yeah. I very, very much understand that if you now homogeneously look to from the customer point of view into a B2B business, right? And how valuable such a tool is maybe to set up a safe environment, to set up all these settings for teams, for trains, for Kanban boards, whatever you need, right? And you speed up for huge customers their way into a safe environment. I understand it's very valuable for them, right? And we talk about how to calculate it, right? Even have a return on invest calculator for the customers to say, recalculate your value by yourself.
Yes, this was the one thing. And the other thing was that we were able to define the guardrails for the pricings according to the guardrails of the Atlassian context of both technology stacks, how they are sold in the marketplace, and give a very comparable pricing strategy to both versions of our product. And with the discussions in our workshop, we have been able to make the customer communication. Why is this new price? What is the value against it? And this is really important for the acceptance for our customers.
Yeah, it's not only to find a good price, but also to communicate why it is a good price, right? I mean, absolutely.
Yeah. And more, now we have an argument to contact existing customers to go into the migration because of this new value-based approach.
So true, so true. Now what you have now, profit steers your customer communication, right? And it can be a very positive one. Yeah, agree. I like it. So maybe we move again a little bit to Felix and ask him how he recognized the workshop as a person who is doing that more often and knows a little bit more than we both do about what is profit streams.
Yeah, so actually every pricing workshop is different because the context is always different. In this a special setting, we really in the beginning had to see what degree of freedom do we have for which decisions to make as we are operating in an Atlassian environment. And then I think we decided, we made a good decision to say, okay, let's first establish some basic theory, but then directly apply the theoretical concepts. So it's not like a 1 day of theory and then we do a second day of application, but a little bit theory, application, a little bit theory.
You reflect half an hour theory and then directly make it happen and look what it means to understand it and to make it more concrete. Yeah, got it. Yeah, very interesting.
And I got the impression we were really successful with this approach because we needed the theoretical concepts to have a good conversation about what's the situation at the moment and which direction we want to head.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and we will be able to communicate our new pricing model now in 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah. And we also have the situation that you communicated in the whole team, right? We have the team together. It's not a single decision by a single person or only 2 or 3 people. So no, we have developers with us, we have marketing with us, we have the salespeople with us, right?
Yeah, the product owners, of course.
So it gives a good understanding for all of the team how it works.
Yes.
From my perspective, this workshop showed how powerful the concept of profit streams actually is, because it really creates more clarity and real alignment on the supplier side, like on the vendor side, providing something to the customer, and can be used in the market communication to clearly communicate what's the value brought to the customer.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, and I think very nice final words here, right? What we could say is, if the visitor has more interest now towards the topic, there is a possibility in our homepage to find profit streams. We have oh, that's great. Thank you very much. So the evolution of value streams, by the way, very nice title. And so if you need more information, do not hesitate to contact us. So if you scroll down, maybe you can see it. There's a picture, right? Then, okay, all good. So find this link, and then you can inform you further, and do not hesitate to find us on LinkedIn or on the KGON homepage if you want to have more information. With that, thank you very much for your time you spent, Thorsten, Felix, and see you somewhere else in the universe in the near future. Sorry.